viral. So
Indeed,
yeah,
Joe
fantastic.
Brawley was sort of singing his praises.
He's a fan now.
Oh,
Definitely a fan. Joe Brawley doesn't have too many fans, but he's a fan now, which is great.
Is
That's
that
our claim to fame.
is that okay, Nevin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it's nice and comfortable on your ears. So who owns all kit, Nevin? Is that your kit? Are they? They're not the same as Niovac, are they? A different company? Niovac used to the same kind of setup, but they used to do a lot of breeder stuff. How's it going?
Agus fáilte go dtí ar an Park na Gaeltaigh inniu is mise Finbar ó Fláin. Yes, you're all very welcome to Celtic Park here in Derry for this afternoon's Division 4A clash between Derry and Leitrim. And the first thing I should say is that conditions today not very good. Pitch very heavy. There's been rain showers all morning, and the referee got the two managers together and they were happy to go ahead. So we're good to go. First thing I'm going to do is give you the teams today. And we'll start off with the Derry lineup. In goals, coming into the team is Louise Gunn from the Glen Club. The full-back line, Joanne Core, Danny O'Donnelly and Orlaf Goff. Half-back line, Erin Doherty, Aoife McGough and Orla McCluskey. Centre of the field, Ciara McGurk and Anna Frizzell. Three-quarter line, Orla McGeough and Danielle Kivlahan and Ella Rose Sainsbury. And in the full-forward line, we've got Blahin Donnelly, Leah McGonigal and Nuala Brown. Moving now to the Leitrim lineup. In goal, it's Niamh Ryan. The full-back line, Marina Gray, Sinead Tagg and Siobhan McCartan. Half-back line, Caroline Doherty, Claire Owens and Carla Le Guin. Midfield, Aisling Quinn, Niamh Tagg. And in the three-quarter line, Laura O'Dowd, Michelle Guckian and Roisin McHugh. And up in the full-forward line, Sarah Reynolds, Lee Fox and Brona O'Rourke. I'm so pleased today to be joined by Martina McCafferty, former Down All-Ireland winner in the year 2000 and a well-known coach in underage in Derry, and also associated with the Steelstown Club. And it would be remiss of me, Martina, not to ask you about the historic occasion at Croke Park earlier on in the month. It must have been superb for the club.
It sure was, Barry. Thanks very much for the introduction. Makes me sound very important. It's great to be here at Celtic Park today. Yeah, Steelstown had a monumentous day a couple of weeks ago in Croke Park, the stadium we all love to be at. Great day for the club, great day for the city, great day for the county, and I think great day for football in general. I mean, a team from City who is so young, winning an All-Ireland Intermediate final was just absolutely amazing, and all still taking it in. Very surreal. So yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, very historic occasion. How do you see today's game going? I'd say Leitrim coming in here as favourites, but we all know conditions like that, it's a great leveller.
Yeah, sure is. I mean, I think we've all played in conditions like this. I don't know what way the one's swirling around Celtic Park today, and the pitch will be very heavy, but I think Leitrim probably should start as favourites given last week's results. But listen, conditions like this, it can be any team's day, so we'll wait and see. I think he who stands up the strongest might just do it today.
Yeah, I'd say who wants it more might be
Absolutely.
important today. And for Leitrim, Michelle Guckian won 7 last week in their victory over Fermanagh. She will be the go-to person today.
Yeah, I'd say so. Actually, did a bit of research on Leitrim before today. Michelle used to be the goalkeeper, so obviously a very versatile player and can play anywhere on the pitch. But yeah, big leader, and would be seen as one of their top players. So we'll be trying to contain her today, Barry.
Indeed. And Derry, of course, lost against Antrim, and they lost their management team on Tuesday with Oran McNeely stepping down and Benny Marin. Today, Paul Simpson, he steps up. It's not ideal, but we are where we are.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think it'll affect the girls' performance. I think they'll just get stuck in. You know, they'll go out and they'll have a task to do, and they'll just get on with the job. So yeah, they'll have put that aside already, and we'll just be focusing on the game. And there's great continuity in Derry. Paul is involved in the underage structure as well, so you know the players will know him. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Indeed, the referee today is Paul Clifford from Donegal. As I say, I met him on the pitch about an hour beforehand, and the rain was coming down, but thankfully the rain has stayed off, but there will be showers throughout this game. As I say, it's a great leveller, but the physicality of Leitrim, that'll be important too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, just looking out onto the pitch, seeing them warming up, they've cones absolutely everywhere on the pitch, but yeah, there's a lot of tall, very strong players out there. But you know, I mean, Derry can stand up as well. I mean, they've got a couple of players who will give a go, and they'll not fear Leitrim. I think if you go out on the pitch and you fear any team, you know, you're not going to start well. But you know, let's see how it unfolds. Barry.
Yeah, indeed, Steelstown, they're very well represented today in the Derry lineup. You'd like to pick out a few players that might come to fruition or come to our notice today?
Yeah, it's the couple of changes in the Derry side. See young Orla McGill's back in from she's at Liverpool.
I think we're going to pause for the anthem. We'll just pause for the anthem, and there's going to be a minute's silence in memory of Mr. Michael Heslin, the father of Anya and Michelle, who were part of the Leitrim squad. Around the vein, sung beautifully there. And now the minute's silence. Minute silence in memory of Mr. Michael Heslin. Okay, we're good to go here at Celtic Park. The referee, Paul Clifford, calling together the sides. If you're expecting free-flowing and beautiful football today, you may be disappointed. Conditions underfoot, very, very heavy. Martina, what do you think is key for this Derry side from the start? Straight into it?
I think they need to hold the line very, very well at the start and keep Leitrim out. Keep the scoreline low. I think they should pack the defence in there, and Derry are quite good at that. So yeah, I think they just need to stand tall and not allow Leitrim to run at them, and try and keep the freeze as low as possible. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and an impressive victory last week for the Leitrim side against their neighbours Fermanagh. You know, they're coming in here on a high. Derry with that loss last week, you know, they've it all to do, but as I say, the conditions are a leveller. Let's just wait and see what happens. Okay, the teams are going to line up. The goal mouths would be particularly problematic. They got sanded before the game, and the referees just got in there to the umpires to have a look at the goal mouths to make sure everything's fine. The Derry side just getting their final few words, and it looks as if Derry will be attacking from left to right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they make any changes here right at the start, Barry, just to...
Celtic Park, of course, in the Brandywell area of Derry City, and indeed the soccer ground just to our right over the terrace. Very famous ground, in fact one of the most famous games at this ground, 1994 Derry against Down. And Derry were the All-Ireland champions, lost in an epic encounter. Let's hope today's game will live up to that sort of billing. So we're almost good to go.
I don't know if I remember back to 1994. I think it was about 4 then, Barry.
Oh.
I'm only joking, I wish.
Say nothing. Paul Clifford, as I say, the referee from County Donegal, the midfielders, all waiting for the ball to be thrown in at Celtic Park. Division 4A, Derry at home to Leitrim. And the referee gets the game underway, and immediately the ball breaks there in the centre of the field. It looks like Niamh Tagg plays the ball up there for Leitrim. Ball now inside to the 3-quarter line. That looks like a sub in there. Emma McGovern, number 26. She's a late replacement, but Derry get the ball and they break away. That's their centre half back. That's Aoife McGough.
Yeah, she's their captain as well.
Captain as well.
And an Ulster All-Star, Club All-Star, Barry. So yeah, she's got credentials.
Nice interplay now by the Derry ladies. They recycle the ball. Comes out there now to Danielle Kivlahan. And the referee has blown the play up and given the free in now to Derry. And Kivlahan now plays it out to wing.
Leitrim look as if they're doing a deep press here. So
deep press.
Yeah.
Derry moving the ball along the far side. Nice interchanging, nice hand passing. Very tight by the Leitrim defence. And that was over carrying. Yeah. The referee has blew it up. But you can see from that there that the Leitrim backline, Martina, they're not going to give any space for the Derry forwards.
No, not at all. I think Derry's going to have to be very, very, very patient on the ball, Barry. But a lot of the players would already know that, and I think they probably would have organised that before the game. So yeah, I think both teams will do a bit of that. So patient build-up will be very important here. Just
noticing number 29 in for Leitrim, that's Elisa Bruin from the St Mary's Club. She's a late replacement, but Derry now keeping the ball now just on the 3-quarter line, falling now to Danielle Kivlahan. Derry playing a nice hand passing game. Ella Rose Sainsbury from the Stillstown Club goes one way, goes the other, plays it in again. Slow methodical build up now. It's Kivlahan again for Derry, played out now to Orla McGill. Orla bursts inside, nice play, and she's found
nice
all
pass.
Alone. It looks like the number 8, it's Ciara McGurk. Ciara goes one way, goes the other, and the ball goes to the left and wide. So that's the first effort of the game, and it's a wide for Derry. But it's a good start by Derry, Martina.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they gave the ball away quite a bit last week against Antrim. So yeah, they've started off much more confidently, Barry, which is great to see. So I think sometimes having home advantage kind of settles the nerves, and young McGill coming back in will also settle them, because she's quite an influential player in the squad. So that'll be good for them.
Yeah,
so
Carla Gwen got the ball there for Leitrim. She's actually a soccer star as well, so she's playing Gaelic football as well for her county.
Yeah, she plays up in Dublin with Sir Bridget's, yeah, and plays Irish soccer, I think, standard. So.
And there's a Leitrim attack breaking down there, and Derry get possession of the ball.
Yeah, I think Leitrim have the wind here, Barry. So if Derry can contain them and keep the score ticking over and keep it nice and low, you know, the augurs well for the second half already.
Yes, we can see the flags on the far side. Very strong breeze in favour of Derry in the first half, and they're breaking away again. This time it's Blahin Donnelly from the Claudy Club. Blahin plays it inside. That's Orla McGough from Steelstown. Ella Rose Sainsbury. As I say, slow, methodical. Derry just waiting their chance, trying to pick an opening here in this Leitrim backline. And the referee has awarded a free out to Leitrim. I think he called that a frontal challenge. And it gives Leitrim a chance to break now along the near side here. It's Claire Owens.
And this is where I think Derry need to be very careful, Barry, on the break, because if they focus a lot of players pushing forward, I mean, they could get caught out. So just need to be mindful of this, I think. When they lose possession of the ball.
Ball now into
that's good pressure. That's good pressure. Yeah.
A wide ball there for Leitrim. The ball played in there, but there was nobody up around the house to get that ball. So basically, with about 4 minutes gone, it's still scoreless here at Celtic Park. Derry against Leitrim. And that's Louise Gunn She would be considered a veteran within, within this Derry side. She's going to take the kick out.
She would. Yeah, Louise has been involved in the Derry setup for quite a long time. I don't know if she would like you to say that, but it means that she's experienced, but like myself. But yeah, she was involved in Derry teams of old, but I was actually part of the management setup there for a while. But she's back in her keeper's jersey today, so that's good to see. I'm sure she's delighted.
So the ball now, it's gone out off a Derry hand. It's going to be a 45 to Leitrim. Coming out to take that, it's Carmel McGovern from the St. Joseph's Club. Carmel placing the ball on the line. Plays it short, plays it inside, and again it is broken, but the referee has seen a foul there, so it's going to be a free in to Leitrim. It's about 23, 24 metres out from goal. This could be the opening score. Yeah,
I think Aoife wasn't too pleased with that call now. I thought she thought that was a fair tackle, but
referee was pretty insistent. So now the ball's now with. It's high, it's dropping, and this time it's wide. Looked like Michelle
Guckian,
Michelle Guckian with that there, number 11. So that's 2 wides to Leitrim, 1 wide to Derry. No score here at Celtic Park, coming up to 6 minutes on the clock. Again, Louise Gunn plays it this time out to the wing. With that wind, she's not getting much distance on those, Martina.
No, she's not at all. And I think whoever wins the ball in the middle of the park, Barry, it'll be interesting today to see who wins that midfield battle, and I think will be important for the result of the game. So just need the kickouts will be interesting.
Ella Rose Sainsbury, she plays the ball inside to the full forward Leah McGonigal. Leah,
who's also a soccer player.
She is indeed.
Yeah, it's a lot of soccer netballers out there, a lot of dual players.
There is indeed. Derry breaking through, looks like Anna Frisell.
Look at the press.
Look at the press indeed from the Leitrim backline. Not an ounce of space there, and there's another ball dropping wide for Derry. This time it comes from Orla McGeough.
Yeah, but good pressure from Derry though, pushing forward, nice and patient, and no scores at the minute, so I think they'll be happy with that. I think Leitrim will be slightly frustrated that they haven't got a score on the board, but
you can see the way that they're moving the ball, and they're playing with the wind, Martina, so they're very fast when they get the ball, and they're very good at moving it at pace.
They are.
Now up towards the Derry end line there, falls to Carla Le Guen. Carla plays the ball in, and it's just bounced, and it's fallen in here, and this could be a score for Leitrim, and the ball has just gone wide.
Yeah, I think Louise stood tall there. She made herself quite big, and I think, that
effort coming in from Shiva Quinn from St. Bridget's, just outside the parallelogram, but her shot went wide. I think the keeper, as you say, she did make herself big there. She plays the ball out, Louise Gunn, and this time it's a free up for the Derry ladies. Looking for the ball there is Ella Rose Sainsbury, but it goes along the back line. As I say, this is going to be a low scoring game given the conditions. We've had 2 wides each so far, but plenty of nice interpassing from both sides. It's just a case of who can actually get through and penetrate the defences.
Yeah, I think if you remember from the game last week, Barry, when Derry played the short running game off the shoulder against Antrim, they had good results from it. So it seems to be a style of play that works very well for them. So I think, and especially in these conditions today, where the long ball's not going to work, I think they should focus on that and draw Leitrim in, and maybe then they'll get their opportunities. But I think Derry started very positively here and very confidently. So you wouldn't know that Leitrim had such a big score against Fermanagh last week.
But you can see the actual press, the closeness of those Leitrim defenders. There's no room at all up there for Derry. They're moving the ball along the half-forward line. But you wonder, should they just go straight and try and get the ball into the house, see what happens?
Yeah. Mix it up a bit, Barry.
Mix it up a bit indeed, and that looks like it come off a Leitrim hand, but it's been recovered at the back there. Sinead Tagg, and Leitrim can.
This is where Derry need to get back now. You need to get back in numbers.
It's very fast.
They look as if they've dropped Danielle Kevlahan. Oh,
Shiva Quinn goes down. There was a clash there, but the referee has given a free in now to Leitrim. Very unfortunate, but a bit of a tension coming onto the field. But it's been an even game so far, Martina. You know, both teams are moving the ball up and down the pitch.
Yeah.
A couple of misses. But this is going to come down to, really, it could be fitness at the end of the day as well.
Yeah, it could be, and I think also it might come down to frees and those who take their frees more successfully. But see, Derry have dropped Danielle Kivlahan into centre half back position, so there seems to be a switch there.
Yeah, Michelle Guskin would be sort of the
yeah, she'd be their playmaker. So they've obviously done their homework on her. So I think that's a good move. And she's actually dropped right back on the full back line there. So
Shiva Quinn, she seems to be okay. She's up now. We've 10 minutes gone at Celtic Park. Still winning on the first score in this Division 4A clash.
It's a good contest already, Barry.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
It is. Both teams seem to be up for it despite the conditions. And I think we're going to begin now with a free, or the ball's going to be thrown in by the referee once we get a ball.
It might be handy to have a ball, wouldn't it? And you're playing the match. Well, they didn't need their canoes today, Barry.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness they left the canoes on the sideline.
It is a free to Leitrim. Shiva Quinn, she goes back. Oh, that's a very poor ball there. It's picked up by Derry in the centre of the field, and it's Blocking Donnelly now bursting forward, playing it now to Orla McGill from Steelstown. Orla plays the ball, and it's the Leitrim keeper, Niamh Ryan, who gets the ball. And Leitrim can again break, this time on the far side. They're very good at the hand passing game, and when they break at pace, they're very, very, very fluent to watch.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, Derry seems to be staying quite tight on them and frustrating them a bit, Barry, here. So good to see. There's 3 or 4 players around that. I mean,
that was a
that's
very
excellent play.
Oh, it was a good. Referee has blown it up, giving the free in to Leitrim. This is about 20 metres out from goal, and this will probably be the opening score of the game.
I think this might be the difference in the two teams today. Whoever can take their scores.
And Michelle Guskin's going to be taking this, looking at the posts from about 20 metres out. Hops the ball. This should be the opening score. And Michelle drops the ball, and it's the umpires are looking at each other, and they've given a wide. We've no Hawkeye here today.
No Hawkeye. My Hawkeye wouldn't be great now.
But that was actually that was a poor miss, to be truthful.
Yeah,
because
she wasn't too far out. What was she, 25 metres out? That would have been an easy score. But conditions, you can see the conditions are very, very challenging, Barry. So that's definitely playing a factor today in the game. Nuala
Bryan getting possession for Derry there in the back line. And there's a high press on from the forwards from Leitrim. But Derry, they recycle the ball to get it to Orla McGill.
This is where Derry are very, very good. When they have possession of the ball and they play it short, they are very, very dangerous.
That's Orla McCluskey from Dungiven, but that breaks down. And again, Leitrim, they can break at pace down the far side. Running into the centre of the field, there is their midfielder, Niamh Tagg. Niamh gets possession of the ball, and she's overplayed it.
Yeah, well watched by Derry.
Derry, it's a case of you break, we'll break, and we'll see who can get the first score of the game.
It's end-to-end stuff, Barry.
Absolutely, 13 minutes gone. No score here at Celtic Park, but it's been entertaining so far.
Yeah, given the conditions, I mean, it's really, really tough underfoot. So, yeah, it's a good game.
Referee's pull-back play there. He's given a free to Derry. I'm not sure what that was for.
Yeah, and I think if you were Derry here and you were sensible, Barry, you'd settle it down a wee bit, because they are playing against the wind, so you know a smart team would kind of settle it down and get a bit of a breather. So
you can see that that wind, if they go in sort of level pegging in the break, you know, Derry would fancy their chances should this wind stay up. But of course we've it's early stages yet. 14 minutes gone, no score in this game. Play now in the centre of the park. Falls now to Joanne Core. Joanne hops the ball. Plays it now out to Ella Rose Sainsbury, but
yeah, that's
pass
the long
goes
ball.
astray.
Yeah, the long ball probably won't work today, unless you're right in front of your man. But Leitrim seems to have all their backs covered in there. So
there goes Niamh Tagg. Oh, she's just lost possession of the ball. And again, Derry, I think
that's
the
a
conditions.
Great ball.
Great ball to the wing. That looks like Number 5, Erin Doherty.
Yeah, Erin used to be a half forward, but they've brought her into the back line now. But very versatile player as well. Barry
Yeah,
can
I've
run
seen
up
her
and down the
before.
line
She's
all
actually
day.
very fast as
Yeah,
well. She can,
yeah, she's a speed demon.
Speed demon. But Leitrim now playing the ball.
Oh, well done.
Almost broke down there, almost taken by Anna Frizzell for Derry. But it has been taken up now by Orla McCluskey. Orla plays it to Anna Frizzell again. All a bit congested in there.
I think Derry are standing up to the strength of Leitrim though here.
They seem to be. Nuala Brown with that lovely ball.
They're not getting messed about.
Absolutely not, but unfortunately.
Yeah, they've just made a liar out of me now, Barry.
It's a reporter's curse, commentator's curse. Leitrim now with Aisling Quinn. Aisling hops the ball, looks up to see what's on ahead of her. Played into Shiva Quinn. But again, there's a high press. The Derry defence pressing well, but this time the referee, Paul Clifford, has given Leitrim the free in. It's now Carla Le Guin. She goes on a run now, trying to cut inside.
Good numbers back.
And she has pressed it in there, and there looks like the opening score of the game.
Oh, it's a great score there, Barry. Great
the only
score.
unfortunate thing is whoever scored it, they fell in the mud, and I can't see the number. It's one of those days, but we'll confirm that as soon as possible. But we're at the first water break, and the score is Derry, no score. Leitrim 1 point. And it was a very entertaining opening to the game. Very low scoring, but Leitrim just ahead there, Martina, with that point.
Yeah, a very even game, Barry. Very fast game, and I think both teams are playing the short game, which is very sensible given these conditions. But I think Leitrim will be the more frustrated of the two sides. I think Derry will be very content with how they've started the game. So yeah, it's going to be a great, interesting second 15 minutes, but yeah, I think it'll stay a low-scoring game. I think we might have a bit of rain coming in now as well, and that'll further frustrate the teams. But yeah, it's great game to watch so far.
Yeah, I think that point went down to Elisa Bruin from the St Mary's Club. That coming just before the water break on the quarter hour. So you can see, Martina, 1 point in 15 minutes. This is going to be low scoring, as I say, and Derry, they do want to get on the scoreboard as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think they do, and you know, they might, as you say, Barry, they might have to throw a couple of direct balls on there and see how they land, and you know, they've a couple of players who can drive at Leitrim, but Leitrim seem to be packing the full back line and packing the D as a good sensible team would do on a day like that. But yeah, I think it might come down to freeze, Barry.
Indeed. I think I'm incorrect with Elisa Bruin for that point. We'll get that clarified, but all you need to know is that Leitrim lead by a point to no score, and the rain has begun here to fall at Celtic Park, and the wind has picked up, so that will be in Leitrim's favour for the second part of this half. And it's Louise Gunn now going to restart the game this time. You can see the way that's catching in the wind, Martina.
Yeah, it's hanging in the air, so it's given both teams the opportunity to get up and field it. So if you were sensible, you'd get a couple of big players in there to get some of those high balls. Ella
Rose Sainsbury for Derry plays it inside to Anna Frizzell. Now it's with Orla McGill. Orla with the hand pass played in there to the corner forward, Blaina Donnelly.
Blahan's got great speed, great netballer, great speed. So yeah, and great
you can see the
hands.
Netball skills coming out there.
Absolutely.
Derry breaking through. Ella Rose Sainsbury. Ella with the shot, and it's taken by Niamh Ryan, the goalkeeper for Leitrim. But you can see the way that hung in the air as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems to be moving from right to left. So you need to be hitting the near post here to get it anywhere near the sticks. But it was a good effort though. Could have went anyway, and Derry hand could have dropped on that. So
Shiva Quinn now playing the ball, plays it inside to the point scorer. And again, breaking at pace are Leitrim, and the ball played in. It's a long ball in, but Louise Gunn got it at second attempt.
The conditions are playing havoc with her. Well done, Louise.
Absolutely, that ball just dropped in there. It took a bit of a ricochet in the wind, I think, but Derry are now penned back in on their back line. And the referee has given a foul there. So it's a free out to Derry. It's going to be very difficult in these conditions to try and get some length in any kick out or any clearance. So the press is on for Leitrim.
Yeah, they're pressing very high. Dublin did this against Cork last night, and it definitely worked in their favour, Barry. So maybe Leitrim are watching that game. and the conditions were just like this. So, but Derry seem to be managing this very well. I mean, they're being very patient and confident on the ball. So,
yeah, I think
Leitrim will be very frustrated.
A score is what's needed to settle the Derry team down.
That's it.
The Leitrim full-back line has been impenetrable so far. But let's see what happens here. Ola McGill soloing along there. It's a lovely ball played pass, inside there to Ella Rose Sainsbury. Ella Rose plays it across. Oh, it was almost taken there by the full forward Leah McGonigal, but the ball slipped through her hands. That was a goal opportunity if she'd have collected that. But again, Leitrim breaking here at pace, breaking up along the wing. That looks as if it's going to go out over the sideline, and it is indeed.
Yeah, hard luck. That was unlucky. Yeah, I think Derry have now seen that, yeah, a long ball in might just work for them. If Leah McGonigal gets on that ball, that's definitely in the back of the net. She's a fabulous soccer player, so she knows where the posts are. Indeed.
Play restarts, and again Derry in the centre of the field.
That's a nice cross-field ball
played
there.
Out there, Orla McGill. Orla now recycles. Derry looking. Played out now to Anna Frizzell, but she's been dispossessed in the three-quarter line, and again Leitrim can break, and they're breaking now.
They break at speed, Barry, don't they?
They do indeed.
Yeah.
And it's Carmel McGovern now from St Joseph's, plays the long ball in.
Derry are playing the sweeper here though from Danny O'Donnelly, and it seems to be working very well for them. She just seems to be settling them quite well, so giving the players an opportunity to get forward. That's the second time now they've been dispossessed quite easily, and they were doing quite a bit of that against Antrim last week, but they started off very well and weren't giving away the ball, but maybe tiredness is creeping on a wee bit now, Barry.
Bruna O'Rourke.
Just need to settle it down here now.
Leitrim looking to build. That's Elisa Brun, but Derry, yes indeed. Derry picking
Derry
up.
have 13 players behind the ball. That's great.
Indeed,
they've done their homework.
On a day like this, there's nothing else for it to try and sort of make sure that there's no space in that defence. So we have.
I think they'll be glad of a bit of a break here, get a bit of a breather, because it's pretty high tempo.
It's very intense indeed.
Got a bit of sunshine now. Somebody must have been listening up there.
It's been 4 seasons in one day here in the city of Derry. Another stop and play.
I think Derry will be more content of the two sides here, Barry, at the minute, given the one direction, and containing Leitrim to 1 point, given their scoreline last week, and that's really good.
Just to confirm, it was Emma McGovern who got the only point of the game for Leitrim. Just on the quarter hour. She's the only player there with her number has been completely covered in mud, but it was Emma McGovern who got the only point just before the water break. But now Leitrim, they're playing deep in the Derry half.
I'm glad we got that cleared up, Barry. I nearly gave that point to myself. Oh, great.
Carla McGuinn, great block down. Great block down indeed.
Block. Yeah, Derry are definitely playing with a lot more heart and a lot more passion today. It's great to see. Leitrim are hugely frustrated, so.
Roisin McHugh, goes out to Michelle Guckian. Recycled inside. They're getting plenty of possession now in the three-quarter line. They're just waiting.
Yeah, they're a bit more patient now. They know that they can't get in, so they're a bit more patient on the ball here.
Ball played out now to the half-back. It's Carla Le Guin. Carla turns inside, but she has a go, and the ball looks as if it's dropping into McGovern again, number 26. The only point scorer, but she turned, but this time her effort was wide. So very low scoring game. 24 minutes gone. Half an hour, of course, in this first half, plus whatever time the referee adds on for the water break. But only a point between them. Leitrim 1 point, Derry no score. But in the last few minutes, you can see that Leitrim, they're putting a lot of pressure on, Martina.
They are, yeah, but they seem to be a bit more patient on the ball now, playing the same type of game that Derry are playing when they're moving to the forward line. So I think both teams are I think probably looking to draw the fouls, Barry, and they might see that as their opportunity to get some scores on the board. So there's the sun, Barry. God bless us, this is great.
As I said,
delighted with Celtic Park today.
And there's Louise Gunn. She plays it very, very short, and the referee has blown that up. Did not go far enough.
Yeah,
it was collected there by Aoife McGill. But the referee, he has given the free in, and this should be a second point. It's Bruna O'Rourke She's about it's about the 20-metre line, dead straight in front of the goals, and she should drop this over for the second point for Leitrim. Here comes Bruna. It's high, it's dropping,
it's wide.
And it's wide.
Yeah, conditions are tough.
Absolutely.
You would need to be hitting the near post here to get that between the sticks today. If that had gone over now, Derry would have been hugely frustrated given their commitment to get the ball out of the back line. So
they could be costly. They could be costly.
Could be costly at the end of the game, yeah.
If Derry sort of get a bit of a run here and go in at half-time, maybe if they can get a point on the board.
Yeah, I think
playing with the wind.
Oh, great block.
Great block time.
Yeah, great block.
Niamh Tagg played in, and that should be mopped up by the Derry backline. Louise Gunn, the goalkeeper, comes out.
Good cover on the goalie.
And she does, and she makes the pass, and Derry can now break. That was Nuala Brown in the backline there, and Derry being crowded out. The referee gives the free out to the Oakleaf County. That was taken by Nuala Brown, and now Derry can mount their own attack here on the wing.
Very high press again from
Indeed.
Leitrim. Yeah, this is a team who are frustrated, I think, Barry.
Yes,
they're looking the ball back.
Nuala Brown, and she's fouled. That was a bit too overzealous there. So Derry just need to take this opportunity now to keep possession, you know, and stop this onslaught which Leitrim seem to have been putting up in the last few minutes.
Indeed. I think it's a very even game though at the minute, Barry.
Indeed.
I think both teams are pretty well matched. I think Derry have stood up to them today. So if Derry can move the ball as they do quickly, and Keir would be the very player to penetrate through. Oh, that's unlucky. That's unlucky.
I noticed that in the ladies' game, the referees are very quick to pull them up for overcarrying, and they must be told that beforehand, because you know, she had very little she could do there.
That's it.
But anyway, Leitrim breaking forward again. It's Niamh Tagg, and Niamh plays it out the far side, looking for the point scorer, who was Emma McGovern.
That's a very frustrated Niamh Tagg. Niamh's actually, there's three sisters on the Leitrim team, but one of them is in Anya is in Australia playing Aussie rules. So there's two of them on the side, Sinead and Niamh. So they've three sisters on the Leitrim squad.
Niamh is a very tall individual, and she's beside Nuala Brown, who's the height difference is very apparent there. It is indeed. But Derry now coming again. It's Nuala Brown. Nuala, she plays the ball down into the full forward line, but it's easily cleared there. And yet again, it's Leitrim. They can break at pace. Ball with Bruna O'Rourke. Bruna hops the ball. She goes past one, looking up, seeing what's there. Plays it inside to the midfielder, who's Aisling Quinn. Aisling now plays it back to Niamh Tagg.
Derry are back in numbers here, though, Barry. It's great to see.
It's now with Bruna
there's
O'Rourke.
Very little space in there.
But that's played in. It's a dangerous looking ball. Back to Bruna O'Rourke. But she's forced to go back by the Derry full back line. That's Alicia Bruin. Alicia plays at the number 7. She's bursting through. Number 7 with the effort.
I would have thought that was too many steps. So there you go.
And she has put the ball wide. I make that 6 wides for Leitrim so far in the first half. We've 27 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. So about 2 minutes and 20 plus whatever time the referee adds on for the water break. But as I say, low scoring game. Leitrim perhaps have had the better share of possession, but they've been wasteful, which Derry will sort of coming into half time. They'd say they're still in this game and playing with the wind in the second half. It could be a very interesting second half. But Derry breaking out. Danielle Kivlahin.
Yeah, Louise Gunn's quite busy in there at the minute.
As you can say, an old hand, but you can see the experience there. You know, she's geeing up the defence. She's keeping everybody right, and she has not been caught out with the ball dropping in. So well done, Louise.
I think Dania just in front of her as well is good support.
And indeed, there goes Louise out. She's going to.
This is a very new development in the game, as you know, Barry. They do quite a bit of it in the men's game, and it was great to see Rob Henley getting the man of the match last night in the Mayo Dublin game. That was a fantastic game to watch. But
it was amazing when Monaghan went down to 14 players. You know, actually 15. The keeper, of course, was playing out more or less most of the game. But this is a lovely bit of interchange by Derry, played in there by Ella Rose Sainsbury. But again, Leitrim
got a point.
Coming away with the ball, but the referee, he's seen something he doesn't like, and this could be Derry's first score. Ella Rose Sainsbury has left the ball down.
Somebody's getting a tick as well there.
Somebody's getting a...
Yeah, I think this is where Derry are very strong, Barry. When they move the ball quick like that, they're hard to break down. So I think they need to do more of this.
So this is an opportunity for Derry to equalise. Ball floated in and it's cleared off. The person with the effort was Liam McGonigal. And there is a shot and there is a point. Derry's opening score coming on 29 minutes. I'm not sure. Can you see who got that?
I'm not too sure. I think it might have been Kieran McGurk. I think it might have been Kieran McGurk.
It looks like the number 12, Ella Rose Sainsbury, got the point. But there's a stoppage now in the Leitrim back line. The ball came in, it broke away. It was the free that dropped into the square. It was gathered, but when they tried to clear it, Derry got possession and the ball went over the bar. So
yeah, I think Derry might have had a call for a penalty there now, Barry, just before that point went over. So I think they'll settle for the point.
They'll settle for the point.
Yeah.
We've 30 minutes gone, so basically it's just a case of whatever time the referee adds on for the water break.
I think that's well deserved. I think the half-time scoreline is deserved. I think both teams are very, very even here.
So and if it is a point apiece at half-time, the pressure, you know, it depends what sort of half-time team talk some of these players will get, because they'll need to come out inspired. But Derry will know that they have the wind coming into the second half, and perhaps that might be crucial. This would be an upset if Derry did win here this afternoon, but they've not played second fiddle at all, Martina.
No, not at all, not at all. They've definitely stood up to Leitrim today, and I suppose home advantage is always great, but you know, Derry look as if they've come out very confident. They just need to be very careful here now on the break.
Leitrim, the ball breaks through and it looks as if it's gone into the goal. It has gone into the goal. It's Elisa Bruin. The ball dropped in and it came off her knee or came off her shin. Louise Gunn was committed and the ball into the back of the net. So Elisa Bruin, number 29 from the St Mary's club, gets the goal. I think the goal summed up the conditions today. It was a bit of a lottery, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think Derry just fell asleep for 2 seconds and she got in behind and it was one-on-one against the keeper, and it was a big open net for her. So yeah, that's unfortunate score now with the last kind of minute of the game, but Derry be very disappointed with that, Barry.
But that will change the team talk at half time. You know, it's you play to the whistle, a point each, and then an opportunity like that, it came out of nowhere and the ball's in the net. So Derry up against it coming up to half time. We've got 32 minutes gone. I'd say the referee will be blowing
I think
this
he'll blow
up.
it now, yeah. Although he might see what develops here. They got a
Derry
point here now, that will be,
Derry in possession, it's Aoife McGough. Aoife turns inside, there's a player loose, that's Danielle Kivlahan from the Glen Club. Danielle plays it now out the wing, and it's in the hands of the full forward, Leah McGonigal. Leah though loses out, and again Leitrim can break. The ball played up to the half back line, and it's in possession with Shiva Quinn. Shiva looks about, she's getting attention from Blahin Donnelly.
The final ball from Derry at the minute going forwards just not working for them, so yeah, they might need to have a chat at half time just about that, because they've had loads of possession in the forward line, but the final ball just seems to be letting them down a bit. We're
on the cusp of half time here. It's Leitrim a goal and a point, Derry 1 point. That goal coming just a minute ago from Elisa Brun. And it's Leitrim now playing the Dying Embers. They're hoping maybe to tag on another point before half time. It's played in there and that looked like a collision. Unfortunate collision between two players. There's a Leitrim player down and the referees got over to check it. I think it was accidental.
I think it was, yeah. Unfortunate. I think that's the big midfielder, isn't it? Niamh Tagg. She seems to be a playmaker for this squad. But yeah, Derry, I think, we'll have a good team talk at half time now, Barry, and you know that's a really strong win. I mean, you can see the flags are blowing big time, so Derry might take advantage of the long ball going in the second half. So
Derry's point came from Ella Rose Sainsbury, their number 12. The point coming after 27 minutes, but of course losing the goal puts a different complexion on this game, and I think Niamh's still getting attention there on the far side. It's been a fair game. It's been, you know, they've been played in a very good spirit, and as I say, coming up to half-time. Derry, they will have to change their team talk, but my goodness, they're still in this.
Yeah, it's anybody's game at the minute, Barry, especially with those conditions. But just shows you that goal was about just losing focus for that 2 seconds, and it can change the game big style. So Derry need to come out in the second half and really focus, and Leitrim will think that will be very frustrated at the minute, so they'll probably come out all guns blazing, try and get a few scores on the door.
And I think viewers can just about see in the background there the flags flying very much fluttering towards the Derry goal, which Derry will be playing into in the second half. So there is an advantage. And the goal, perhaps we can put that down maybe to the wind and whatever. There was a bit of a mix-up at the back there, but it's a very fortunate goal for Leitrim at this stage. And if they go in at half-time with a 3-point lead, they'll be happy, but they know the game's not won.
That's it.
So Niamh Tagg still getting attention. That's her up now.
Yeah, she's just got up. I was a bit concerned about her there, Barry. She hadn't moved there for a bit, but she seems to be.
I think it was just one of those unfortunate collisions.
Yeah, she might have got winded.
Indeed. So there's a stoppage. Referee will add on a minute or so at the end of this half. Very low-scoring half. Goal to the point to Leitrim and a point to Derry.
There she's back up now.
Back up, and
I think he'll blow it now at some stage here. I don't think there's much more time left in this half.
I'd say a cup of tea or something.
Cup of tea, yeah.
is what's called for.
Warm your toes up again and get your canoe out.
This is it.
Although we've done all right with the weather. We've done all right.
Of course.
There's quite a few of the games cancelled over the weekend. There must be snow in certain parts of Ireland.
But
sure, where else would you be, Barry?
Where else would you be on a Sunday afternoon?
Sunday afternoon. You wouldn't be wanting beside the fire and a cup of tea and a wee dairy bun.
This is what the diehards. But it's going to start with it's going to be a free now free in for Leitrim. The referee must have awarded the free. Brona O'Rourke, number 15, she's going to take the free. Probably drop the ball in at this stage.
What Derry don't want to do now is concede another goal at this late stage.
And it's been put away.
Yeah, Aoife McGough put it out for a 45.
The referee has said that is half time. He blows the whistle and there's a rush on to get to the changing rooms for the cup of tea. But as I say, a low scoring game. Leitrim with the wind, they took the lead through Emma McGovern, a point. Derry, they levelled matters about 27 minutes through Ella Rose Sainsbury. There was a question of a penalty up there in the Derry in the Leitrim square, but they'll accept the point, they'll take it. And then it was Elisa Bruin. A bit fortunate, the ball dropped in, it came off her knee, off her shin, and went past Louise Gunn, who had already committed herself. So the half-time score here at Celtic Park is Derry a point, Leitrim 1 goal and 1 point, and it's still in the melting pot, Martina.
Yeah, I think so, Barry. I think it's still anybody's game. That was a very unfortunate goal against Derry there, because before that, they were holding their own against a very strong Leitrim side who break very, very quickly. But Derry are getting back in their droves as well, so they seem to be packing the defence. So yeah, and the second half now, with conditions like this, it's always a game of two halves. But I think whoever comes out and plays the more sensible, smart game in the conditions that we have today, I think it'll be anybody's game. So if Derry come out and use the wind, I don't think Leitrim used the wind as well as they could have, Barry, and if Derry can use the wind better, it could go anyway, I think, today. Okay,
Martina, thank you very much. We'll be talking to you again in the second half. So at half time here at Celtic Park on a windy, rainy afternoon, it is Derry a point, Leitrim 1 goal and 1 point. We'll be back after the break. And welcome back to Celtic Park in Derry for the second half of this Division 4A game. The half-time score, Leitrim a goal and a point, Derry a point. But we've been advised that Joanne Core, the cornerback for Derry, she has been sent to the sin bin for 10 minutes, arising from the challenge at the very end of the first half. So Derry down to 14, but they're playing with the breeze in the second half. And in conditions like that, it's all to play for. And I'm joined today by Martina McCafferty. Martina, did you enjoy your tea?
I'm still enjoying my tea, Barry. It's lovely. Heat
Very
up my bones. Wouldn't have minded a wee bun though, but anyway, I get a wee bun when I go home.
And we're underway again.
We're underway. Derry will have to manage Leitrim now with 14 players, Barry. So this first 10 minutes is going to be very, very important for them.
Very crucial. And down there is Michelle Guckian. She took a challenge there just after the whistle, and yet again we're going to have the physio on to have a look at Michelle, but she seems to be okay. She's getting
through the
up.
wars today,
She
Michelle.
has indeed. But Derry will be pleased. They've kept her scoreless in the first half. 1-7 last week against Fermanagh, so that's a positive for Derry, but they've still got this bit of defending to do now in the second half, just underway. Looks like Niamh Tagg.
Yeah, and I think Derry did their homework, because Aoife McGough normally plays full back and she's out playing centre half back today, so they've obviously put Aoife on Michelle to manage her, and it is definitely working for them at the minute, Barry, so that's been a good move.
So Niamh plays the ball. It's a low one. It's played in there to looking for Michelle Guckian that time, but the ball's Derry now trying to break away on the far side, and
Interesting to see how they play the long ball now.
Indeed, with the wind.
Leitrim have their back line packed there already, so
it was Ciara McGurk who was fouled there, so Derry beginning to break, heading towards the centre of the park, but that's a loose ball. But the referee has seen another challenge he didn't like. It came in there from Michelle Guckian that time, so Derry in possession in the centre of the field. That's a bit of a loose ball towards Sarah Reynolds, but Sarah gets possession of the ball. Nice hand pass inside, and the ball comes back out now, and it's with Anna Frizzell. Anna soloing down the wing. She's being chased by Carla Le Guen. She turns inside. Derry building very patiently.
Yeah, Derry don't seem to be focusing on the long ball. There's a great
Erin
ball.
Doherty,
oh, that's a great score.
and it's played to Orla McGill, and she slots the ball over the bar. Absolutely superb start for Derry. It was well made there. The ball was played to Erin Doherty, and it was Orla put the ball over the bar.
Orla McGill will do that all day, given the opportunity from outside, Barry. So I think that might have been an instruction that they got at half time. So yeah, they're going to have to keep an eye on Orla. She's great accuracy on the ball. So
with the wind,
great skill.
When you do get possession around that 20-metre line, it's have a go, because at the end of the day you have got the wind in your favour. So it might just be take your chances, and I think Orla took her chance there.
Yeah,
and
she took that very, very well now.
She puts Derry's second point on the board. So Leitrim 4 points, a goal and a point, and Derry 2 points. So it's going to restart now. Niamh Ryan.
And Derry pushing up here on the kick out. You'll see they're packing it tight there. So this can go any way. I think whoever wins the midfield ball, Barry, will be the winners at the end of this game.
I think the 45 metre line, if it gets beyond that, it'll be a very good kick out, but she varies at the goalkeeper and has played it out to the half-back Carla Le Guen. The referee has ordered it to be retaken again. Did you see what happened there? Or?
No, maybe the players weren't out far enough. I thought they were, though. I thought that was legal enough.
Well, on a day like this, we can't see. It's very hard to see the markings.
Yeah.
But Leitrim go yet again and again. It goes out to the
well done.
side, and it goes now to Ella Rose Sainsbury. She got the first point. She turns and she has put the ball over the bar. A right foot effort, and that seems to be the way for Derry to go. That is their third point. A second point by Ella Rose Sainsbury. It cuts the deficit to a point, but you're absolutely right. Derry are playing the right game in the second half.
Yeah, I think there any opportunity now that they'll get from outside, Barry, they'll take it, and so Leitrim need to sort this out quite quickly, because both Ella, Orla, any of the forward line are very dangerous on an opportunity like that. So yeah, well done, Derry.
Yeah, coming on
First
there
two scores.
for Leitrim, it looks like Shailin Ward And coming off for Leitrim is their number 12, Roisin McHugh. So they're beginning to mix it up and change things early in the second half. Derry have the breeze. They seem to have a second wind. Nuala Brown now. Derry moving this ball very, very neatly.
Oh,
that was
great
a
dummy.
lovely bit of a dummy there.
Great dummy.
She's getting crowded out, but the referee has blown it up for over-carrying.
That's good defending from Leitrim as well, though. They double team on Ella. They know she's a dangerous player, so yeah. And when Derry move the ball quite quickly, Barry, they're very, very dangerous. So they need to focus on that, even with the wind.
Leitrim now moving the ball with purpose along the far side. That looks like the substitute, who is Shailen Ward. And then there's a battle for possession in the middle of the park. The referee has blown it up, and I believe it's going to be a free in now for Leitrim. 2 points in the second half so far, a second half that has got 5 minutes gone. Derry cutting the deficit to a single point, playing with the breeze. They'll be very pleased, Martina.
They sure will. I mean, 2 points in 3 minutes and 1 point in the whole of the first half, so they'll be very, very pleased with their results at the minute. And seem to be pressing very hard here on Leitrim, spoiling the ball. So,
and there's another example of Michelle Guckian, the playmaker for Leitrim. She was getting nowhere there. The Derry. She was double marked. The Derry backs knew exactly what they wanted to do. There's a shot coming in there, but it's Louise Gunn.
Well helped by Louise, yeah.
Louise Gunn starts the play again, and Derry now can break out. That looks like Orla McGough.
I think the longer this game goes on, Barry, the more frustrated Leitrim are going to get.
And fitness will be a factor as well.
It certainly will.
In the heavy conditions. But Derry, they've their tails up with those 2 points, and they're in possession. It looks like Danielle Kivlahan. Danielle plays it out the way.
Yeah, Danielle's playing a great role in there today. She's solid as a rock, and there's not much getting past her. So I think the goal that Leitrim got it was a very fortunate goal. The scoreline could have been so much different. There's a great interception as well from Ciara
by
McGurk.
Derry. The play breaks down, and Derry can now break through the centre of the field. Orla McGill. Referee saw something he didn't like. It's going to be a free to Derry.
Great ball.
And it's played in there to the midfielder, Anna Frizzell, and the referee has pulled it back. And Leitrim look as if they're putting on 4 subs. Coming in there is Leah Fox, Amy Fowley, Roisin Fowley, and number 22, Charlene Terrell.
Interesting move there, bringing 4 subs on at the one time. I think that's a team.
Confirm who's coming off. But it's a team, they need a reshuffle. They're actually trying to think ahead here what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Neve Tag, she's come off there.
See that?
And number 15, Brona O'Rourke, is coming off. And number 19, which is Carmel McGovern. Just trying to see if we can...
That's fresh legs on now for Leitrim, Barry.
Fresh legs. On
Derry just need to
like
keep an eye on this. Yes. Yeah. The good thing, though, is... the Derry subs bench today is full of very talented minors who are all probably eager and waiting to get a run out. So they have a lot of fresh legs as well. I see a few of them warming up there. Young Clodagh Moore, fabulous talent. And young Anna McDade, fabulous talent, and will run all day for you. So yeah, I think this might be required as well.
And coming off, that's the 4th person coming off. It's Shiva Quinn. She's played her part today.
Yeah, she's had a good game.
Derry now restart to play. It's Ella Rose Sainsbury, 2 points for her so far. Yeah,
it's interesting the way Derry are set up in the second half as well. They don't seem to have changed their formation at all. Barry, I wonder, is it related to the 14 players?
Well, they should go up to 15 the next few minutes. But it's now Leitrim, they're pegged back in their own half. Derry chasing after them. It's Leah McGonigal, number 14. But Leitrim play the ball out now through the centre of the field. That's Michelle Guckian. No, it's not Michelle.
That's great pressure from Derry.
Great pressure from Derry. And the referee has given the foul. It was indeed hard luck. It looks as if we're about to have another shower of rain very soon here at Celtic Park. But Leitrim get the game underway again. Cara Le Guin plays it out. And now I believe that's one of the substitutes. There's the quick ball into the full forward line. Bit unfortunate there.
Barry, you wouldn't even know that Derry were playing with only 14 at the minute. Leitrim don't seem to be using the advantage at all.
But there go Leitrim were bursting through. The referee didn't like what he saw there. It was Michelle Guckian going through. So there's a free in now to Leitrim.
This is where Derry really need to focus now, Barry, and just make sure we keep them out. And
this ball could drop in around the house, so they need to be very, very prepared. Louise Gunn, very experienced goalkeeper. Another substitution there for the Derry side. Coming off that is number 12.
That's Ella Rose Sainsbury coming
Ella
off.
Rose Sainsbury coming off. She has scored 2 points so far. The second, an absolutely superb point with her right foot. But Leitrim bursting through. That's Michelle Guckian.
Yeah, I wonder is Ella
Michelle
injured
again.
because she seems
Michelle with the left foot, and that has gone
that's
over the bar.
score.
That was an excellent
That's
score.
a
It's
great
what they
score.
needed as well. Michelle gets her first score of the match. They burst through. There was a couple of neat hand passes, and when it fell to Michelle, about 24 metres out with the left foot, she put the ball over the bar. That's 1 goal and 2
puts
for
2 between
Leitrim.
them again.
And it's 3 points for Derry, and more substitutions coming in now on the Leitrim side. Looks like Charlene Terrell. And coming off, it's got very dark in Celtic Park. You're wondering would the floodlights be needed at some stage. But wholesale substitution and changes. Derry now pegged back into their own half. Louise Gunn trying to restart the attack. And the referee gives a free up now to Derry. Nuala Brown. Nuala in the centre of the field. Nice hand pass. 1-2. Nuala gets possession again. Playing it in now to
That's good quick ball from Derry, Barry.
Cassie Loughran. Ball breaks down, the attack breaks down, and Leitrim can come away with it now. As I say, the weather closing in yet again at Celtic Park. It's going to impact on this game. Derry getting those 2 points when they had the breeze, but the conditions, the rain's beginning to come down again, so maybe the game might settle down into lose its pattern. But
it looks as if the wind has picked up a bit, even a bit stronger here, Barry. You see the trees blowing there.
Absolutely, and it's actually a swirling breeze too. You can see the flags on the far side there.
I don't know if it's much advantage to any team at the minute, the way it's swirling. But
so as it stands, we've 11 minutes on the clock.
Young Anna McDade coming on now, great talent. She was minor player of the year last year for Derry.
From the Ballinascreen club.
Yeah, dual player. She can play in any position, but fabulous young talent.
So as the rain comes down here, coming up to 12 minutes gone, Derry 3 points, Leitrim 1 goal and 2, so it's 2 points between the sides.
That's Orla McGough, who's just come off there for Anna.
So
solid game from Orla, well done.
Indeed she had. That ball's going to go out over the sideline. It was a bit too far for Cara Le Guin. And the weather has closed in again here at Celtic Park.
Yeah, you can hear battering on the roof here.
You can indeed. It's a case of, do you really want to be on the pitch? It might boil down to which side really wants this afternoon. Derry, they're playing a lovely brand of football in the rain.
Sure
coming forward, and that's Anna Frizzell. Anna plays it outside now to Danielle Kidlahan from the Glen Club. Plays it inside to Orla McGill. Orla, 1, 2, 3 Leitrim players around her, and yet again the referee has blown her up for overcarrying, maybe a bit harsh.
I think that was very harsh now, Barry. She was getting the jersey pulled there, so Leitrim will be very fortunate with that call, because I think Derry were on the attack.
And you saw the way that the clearance came out there from Claire Owens. The ball actually went backwards, so the ball is getting caught in the wind here. The referee has seen a foul there on the far side. That looks like Nuala Brown. And it's going to be a free in to Derry from the far side, just outside the 45-metre line. This could be one that could be dropped into
and
the square.
Derry's 15th player back on now as well, I think, Barry. So we're evened up. Yep.
So Joanne Core from Ballymcguigan, she's back on after being in the sin bin. Derry now with the free. Nuala Brown looks to play it sideways.
Yeah, I think Derry need to take advantage of this now and get a score on the board, I think. They might just need the next score, Barry.
Charlene Terrell into the middle of the park, and it's Laura O'Dowd from Ballinamore. Laura's bursting through. She looks as if she was held back. The referee's played advantage. Another tackle comes in. Leitrim holding the ball. Charlene Terrell again, and the referee has given the free in.
That was a very smart free right out the pitch.
So into the wind this free will go. Leitrim leading by 2 points, and we are coming up to 40 minutes on the clock. The water break will not be too far away, but on a day like that, do you really need a water break?
I don't think so. There's enough water out the pitch, Barry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Michelle Guckian, Michelle got the last point for Leitrim, a lovely left-footed effort. I mean, she's looking at the post now. Probably a bit too far out for Michelle, particularly in the conditions. She decides to play it sideways. Carla Le Guin.
Yeah, need to pick her up again now, though.
Carla gets possession of the ball again. This is lovely interplay by Leitrim. It looks like the full forward.
That's where she's dangerous, though.
And that was a beautiful point.
They didn't pick her up there, Barry.
They didn't pick her up, and that is so easy, a score like that.
Yeah.
The ball coming in there and taking possession was the full forward. Leah Fox, who has just come in, so Leah Fox puts that ball over the bar to extend the lead for Leitrim. There's a goal between the sides. It's 1-3 Leitrim, 3 points to Derry. Ball kicked out there by Louise Gunn. That looked like a push in the back.
Getting quite physical here, Barry. I think the tiredness is kicking in a bit now. So
tiredness and fitness is going to be the factor here. But the conditions, they're worsening. It's very heavy underfoot. So Derry now in possession, hoping to work something up the field.
The goal's a difference at the minute.
It is indeed. Erin Doherty, how Derry would love to get a three-pointer. And here coming onto the ball there is number 18, Anna McDaid. A lot expected from her. Derry playing a lovely interplay there. Danielle Kivlahan.
I think Derry need to, and Danielle must have heard me. I think Derry need to spread the ball a wee bit wider. I mean, Leitrim are drawing them in here, and they'll do that all
Orla
day.
McGill drops it into the square, and the keeper has just about kept the ball out. Well watched indeed. It was over her head in the conditions. It was caught in the wind, but she did well. Need Ryan to actually get that ball and clear the ball away. The referee has given a free out there. He's going in to speak to the umpire.
Yeah,
and
I think Barry Derry need to do a bit more of that. I mean, they look dangerous now when they're throwing the ball in there. So I think in the next 15 minutes of the game, they should be, I think that's a 45.
Yes, the keeper must have carried it out over the line, so it's a 45. This could drop in, but I think you're absolutely right. Derry need to start posing questions in the full back line there, see what could happen. They need a goal definitely in these conditions, and coming up to 16 minutes gone. We're due a water break, but it's Leah McGonigal going to hit this ball. That's a nice ball, but it's taken there in the full back line and cleared out, so Leitrim can now regroup, move up the field. Laura O'Dowd.
Yeah, Leitrim will want to just keep possession of the football here now for settle themselves down a bit.
There's Sinead Tagg on the ball. She's the full back. She's come up into the centre of the field. And again, Leitrim can build. That's a lovely ball played out there to the wing. And it's played to number 30, who is Roisin Fowley. But the ball has broken there in the back line, and that looks like Michelle Guckian. Michelle's in possession of the ball. There was two players on her, and the referee has given Michelle the free in there. This could be her second point of the afternoon, but you can see the way that Michelle's beginning to come into her own here, Martina, in the second half.
She absolutely is.
She was quiet in the first half, and now she's going to hit this point.
Very strong player.
Number 11, she just hooks it over the bar there. So that's a second point for Michelle Guckian, making it 1-4.
I think they need to keep an eye on her much better now in the next 15 minutes, because I think Leitrim are, as a unit are coming in more into the game. I think maybe the shorter against the wind seems to be suiting them better.
But you can see Michelle's playing a very central role there, and she's a great target person to have. And 2 points in the second half, but it's for Derry, you know, a great start. But Leitrim have edged their way back in, and they, you know, what's to say, basically 7 points to 3. Derry really do need to up this and maybe go for a plan B.
Yeah, maybe a switch on Michelle Guckian. Aoife McGough is doing a great job on her, so they look as if they've switched again. Looks as if Dania Donnelly has gone on to her, so that's an interesting move on Derry's behalf.
Very similar in physique there, Dania and Michelle, so you can see she's gone.
Aoife kept her very quiet in the first half. So
very close. You can see Dania is not letting her out of her sight. Michelle is a game. Michelle could win this game on her own if she gets that ball. She's up in the full forward line now.
She's man marking her there. See, and Aoife seems to be playing the sweeper role. So,
and if anything, the breeze has dropped too. So there is the option of dropping that ball into Michelle full forward and opposing that threat to the Derry side. He trail here by 4 points, coming up now to 19 minutes gone. And again, it's Leitrim who build in the three-quarter line. That was Siobhan McCartan with the ball. And the referee has again given a free, and it's a quick one in there by Leah Fox.
Oh, that would have been some score, Barry.
You can see it's
Oh,
the quick ball into Michelle, that they had that as a tactic that they've pinpointed. They've put her into the full forward line, and you can see that if she gets the ball, she is very capable. So there's the water break coming there after 19.5 minutes. Derry 3 points, Leitrim 1 goal and 4. So there's a 3-point difference. And you must say, Martina, a goal for Derry is really needed maybe at this stage.
Yeah, I think a goal for Derry would certainly throw it up in the last 15 minutes. They need to contain Michelle Guckian. I mean, anybody who grabs the ball like that and turns, doesn't even need to see the posts and has a go, is a sign of a player who's on form. So yeah, they're going to have to contain Michelle. Great talent. But yeah, a goal. I think a goal anyway. I think the next score is going to be vitally important in terms of the outcome of this game, Barry.
Yeah,
but Derry could be doing me a goal, but I don't think they're using the wind as well as they should. I think they should take a few more risks and get a couple of big players under the D and fire a few balls in just to see how they land. And really, they haven't tested the keeper at all here.
Yeah, you're not supposed to sort of coach at the water break, but whatever words are being said now in the last 10-12 minutes of this game is going to be so vital for Derry. But it's interesting putting Michelle Guckian in at full forward, one-on-one, the ball in there, you know, it is so dangerous.
Absolutely,
so dangerous.
absolutely. But I think Derry need to do that as well, though.
So a great start to the second half for Derry. Orla McGill and Ella Rose Sainsbury, who's now come off getting 2 points, cutting the deficit to a single point. But then there's been a rally by Leitrim, 3 points, 2 from Michelle Guckian, who's gone in at full forward, and Leah Fox with a point. So we've 20 minutes on the clock here, so about 10 to go, plus whatever the referee will add for the water break. 3 points to Derry, Leitrim 1 goal and 4. And we're going to be back underway with Louise Gunn
and
taking
young
the kick out.
Eva Mullen has come on there from the Balloon Club as well. She's replaced Blaheen Donnelly, number 26 there, Barry. Another great young minor talent, a boxer. So don't ever cross her. She's a great boxer and a great camogue as well. So, but really strong player. So
many talents. So Derry breaking forward. Leah McGonigal, the full forward, she loses out there, but the ball is now with Siobhan McCartan. And Leitrim can again break, but the Derry, they're pressing there at the back.
Yeah, they are pressing up.
Charlene Terrell. Charlene plays it inside to the centre half back, Claire Owens. And that's a lovely ball out to the far wing there, and there's plenty of space now for Leitrim to break. Derry there were exposed on the far side there, plenty of space, but the referee has given another free to Leitrim, and they can recycle the ball back to the centre half back. Claire Owens, the referee.
Yeah, Clodemar got herself back there very well. Not so sure that was a free now.
But it stands.
Referee's decisions final, Barry.
Yeah, he looks as if he's gone down to have a chat with the umpire. Oh no, we've got a stoppage.
We have a stoppage
Leah
at the far side. Down.
Leah McGonigal, she is the full forward. She was bursting through there, but she lost the ball and she must have taken a hit.
Yeah, she looks in quite a bit of pain there.
So another stoppage to the game.
Barry. Wonder would they let me on?
I don't know. I mean,
well, I'm only retired 17 years, but I think I could give it a go. What do you reckon?
I'd say you would.
They might give you a set of boots.
There's been that many substitutes. I don't know. There's been that many substitutes on. It's been very difficult to keep sort of on top of things.
Back
but
on her feet now.
The full forward, she's back up, Leah McGonigal. So we're going to get underway again with the free in now to Leitrim.
That's a good sign. We don't want to see Leah going off now. She's a good player.
About 7 minutes left, plus whatever time added on for stoppages and the water break. So looks like Leah Fox going to restart the game. She's hobbling a bit too.
Yeah, she is
Leah
hobbling a bit. Yeah, they'll keep an eye on that now, Barry, just to see if
she can run it
that's
off.
Settled. Yeah.
And now it's Derry in possession in the middle of the field. Can they now break forward? Going for the ball, Nuala Brown, but falls back there. It's Orla McGill.
They're going to build again.
Build again in the centre of the field, Danielle Kivlahan. It's still very congested in there. There's Eva Mullen in from the Ballyran club. They're not getting much space out in the centre of the field, but Derry really need to move this forward at some stage.
Leitrim will be very happy with the way Derry are playing at the minute. I mean, they're packing them into the middle, and they seem to be saying there, if you were Derry here, Barry, you would be spreading the ball out wide.
There's a foul on Eva Mullen, and again, it looks as if it's number 6, Claire Owens, is going to be spoken to.
She's gone into the book, I think.
It's a high challenge. The referee has deemed that.
Now, this is where you'd want Derry to throw the ball in, Barry, and take a bit of a risk here.
Because
there's Ciara McGurk going in.
The referee taking the name of Claire Owens.
I think she's away, yeah. No,
yellow
she's
card.
away, yeah.
Yes, indeed. He deemed that to be a yellow card offence.
Yeah, any high challenge at all is a yellow card,
so
Barry.
Off she goes. I mean, she'll not be back.
And now that'll be interesting now, see how Derry respond.
So Derry are now a player up, and they've got the free in. It's Danielle Kivlahan now. That's the ball that Derry want to play at this stage. The high ball in. It's taken there, but it's well won at the back there.
Yeah, it's a good catch from the Leitrim.
Siobhan McCartan that looked like, but again it's another...
It's hard to see the numbers in the back of those Leitrim jerseys even with the glasses on.
It looks like Nuala Brown going to take the sideline for Derry, but it's 2-on-1. That looked like a free. And I think the tactic, Martina, has to be just drop that ball in, see what happens at this stage.
Yeah, I think they should have a go, certainly. Now, Leitrim seem to be managing it very well, but at this stage, Barry, when you need a goal, you know, you have to take a few risks. And now that Leitrim are down a player, they're going to want to play a very short running game, so Derry need to try and mix it up a bit here.
It's Even Quinn from the St Bridget's Club in Dublin. That's a nice ball played in there. Laura O'Dowd coming through. The referee's got the hand up for the free in.
That's good defending, I thought, from
Orla McGill. Yeah, but the referee,
because she came in from behind, Barry, as an attacker, you'll always get the advantage.
That was Eva Moyles who actually was fouled there. And the ball now with Michelle Guckian, 2 points so far. The wind has dropped completely by the looks of things, so she might fancy her chances here, but she's played it short, looking for the return ball. Leitrim still in possession.
I think this is what Leitrim are going to do now. They're going to keep playing a short, off-the-shoulder game. Seems to be working for them in the second half, Barry. Well, that's well done.
Derry winning the ball there in the back line.
Yeah, Derry need to build here now.
With pace. Clodagh Moore from the Balearian club played now. It's Orla McGill. Orla goes inside, one goes inside the other, and it's played back out now to Clodagh Moore. Clodagh bursting through. She's still in possession of the ball. She's played it out there to the full forward, who is Leah McGonigal. Leah seems to have run off her little knock. She's in possession of the ball. What was she doing?
Nobody up with her, but Barry.
There's nobody in the square.
She's nobody do.
There's three.
Nobody had it too. Yeah, it's great Leitrim defence there. They're just consolidating at the back and then breaking very, very fast. That's the game you would play, and certainly against the wind. So they're doing that really, really well. They are, and they seem to have weathered the Derry storm. And that was an example there where even if the ball came in, it was 3 against 1 for Leitrim. Absolutely, they were always going to come out on top. We've 27 minutes gone in the second half. 1-4 Leitrim, 3 points to Derry. There's Michelle Guckian in possession of the ball. She turns inside the full back, who is Dania Donnelly, and she's going along the line. She takes the shot, and it's gone. The umpires are looking at each other. Yeah. The referee's going in. I think the referee's indicating that the ball was wide. I think one of the umpires might have thought he was indicating a penalty there. Yeah, I think Leitrim are showing their experience here now, Barry, the second 15 minutes of this half. Another stoppage in there. It looks... that's young Anna McDade. Kate Gribben coming on now, minor captain from last year. Another very young, talented, great player. And Araya Rich is in the minor squad for the Derry ladies coming in. It's great to be able to bring them in at this stage. But another stoppage. Looking at the clock. Going off. Joanne Core coming off. 28 minutes gone, so it's 2 minutes plus. Leitrim with the 4-point lead. Wouldn't it be interesting if Derry got a goal now, Barry? Derry got a goal at this stage. Will be a great end of the game, wouldn't it? They really will need to actually need to get the ball up the field. Get the ball up there and try to pack the full forward line, or see if they can do something. But where they are now, they're still breaking, moving forward. Oh, it's a great interception from the Leitrim player. They're definitely showing their experience here. You can see, and I think fitness is coming to the fore here as well for Leitrim. The victory last week against Fermanagh, but this has been a very difficult 60 minutes for them. That looked like a foot challenge coming in there. The referee didn't like the look of that. Yeah, she could be in trouble here. She got a tick. Give her a tick. That must be her first offence.
Okay, so Derry now breaking Eva Mullen, Ballyrim Club. That's a long ball up there. It's into space, but yet again it's 3 against 1.
Yeah.
3 against 1 at the back, and Leitrim, if they play this right.
Oh, here a bit of soccer on, but a soccer played. Celtic Park.
Oh my goodness.
They're on the wrong pitch. They need to be next door.
Down the Brandywell for all that.
And the Daisy field.
So basically, Leitrim, they seem to be in control here. They're just playing down time. They're passing the ball well. They were very good at passing throughout the game and keeping possession, which is key at this stage. Long ball by Laura O'Dowd, and yet again the referee has seen that as a foul for Derry, so it's now or never for the Oakleaf County. 29 and a half minutes gone, so then we'll be into time added on in 30 seconds. As I say, a goal could make this exciting, but the referee has asked for play to be held up. The free was taken from the wrong position. So we will get back underway. It looks like
if you were Derry now, Barry, you'd throw everybody down under that D.
It's now or never. It looks like Cassie Loughran who's warming up.
Yeah, Cassie's from the Listen Club.
Listen Club.
Yeah.
We're coming up to 30 minutes on the clock, so it's at the discretion of Mr. Clifford, the referee. 1-4.
Sinead Ty is keeping a very constant eye on that full back line in there.
Derry bursting through. That was Kate Gribben from the Ballymcguigan Club. Kate plays it up. Looking there for the midfielder, Ciara McGurk from Steelstown. But the referee has seen a push in the back. Leitrim now just going to play this game at their own pace, keeping possession, hoping to, but Derry
well
intercept.
done, Orla McGill.
Erin Doherty.
Yeah.
Erin Doherty playing it out now. The ball's with Orla McGill. Orla would need to loft this ball in. Derry would need to work it in for a goal at this stage to actually try and make a fist of this. Coming through, it's Eva Mullen.
Even if they draw a foul, oh, there they've got a foul. Free in now.
Free in. That's about it's on the 45-metre line. Orla McGill. Derry players in the box, in the square, and that's lofted, but it's dropping in, and that's very good.
Well held by Leitrim. Well held.
Very good.
Definitely showing their experience here.
Looks like Siobhan McCartan, and that's playing the ball out at speed now. There's their full forward. It's Leah Fox who come on in the second half.
She's had a good game since she's come on, Barry. Yeah, she's definitely made a difference now.
Derry now, Orla McGill.
Again.
They need this goal, but time is running out. As the weather closes in again.
Just to get us all a wee bit wet before the end of the game.
Eva Mullen. Looks like Nuala Brown. Derry building. Time's running out. Erin Doherty. But Leitrim, they're playing great defence there.
Great defence. They're pushing them back and pushing them back.
And he's given another free in. So this is another opportunity for Derry to drop the ball in. Whatever. See what happens. But
young Orla McGill's travelling up there now.
32.
That's a great field.
Great by the number 10. That's Orla McGill. And the goalkeeper, the ball was caught in the wind.
Close
it
by.
Looked as if it was going over the bar, but the goalkeeper made the save, and that could have been a Derry goal.
That could have been some end of the game.
It could have made for the last 30 seconds. Would have been absolutely hell and high water, but Leitrim in possession, bursting forward. Leah Fox, she's been done for over carrying.
I think that should be forward as well. Yeah, good call, referee.
A bit of petulance there. So Derry build again. The clock is now saying 32 minutes and 40 seconds. Played out now to Leah McGonigal from Steelstown. She needs to get the ball in towards the square. Turns inside one, turns inside two, hops the ball. She's running out of space by the looks of things, but she's burst through. She's going through.
Done.
What can she do from here? The ball's played up, and it's played. Oh, it's been tipped back into the hands of the goalkeeper, Niamh Ryan.
She had nobody up there supporting her, Barry. She did really well, considering she had nobody
Derry
supporting her.
Get the ball again. They're playing the ball. The keeper has been dispossessed. Keeper's running back in there. Looks as if there was a bit of holding, but the referee has given the free to Leitrim.
I don't think that went down well with the crowd, Barry.
No, the Derry fans here in Celtic Park not overly amused by the. But the dying embers of the second half, and Leitrim playing keep ball there at the back. Charlene Terrell.
Oh, there, Orla's on the ball.
Orla McGill coming
It's
through.
not over yet. It's not over yet.
What can she do with this? Orla, she drops
She's
it this
trying to drop
time
it in. Yeah,
over the
good
bar.
score. I think she's actually trying to go for a goal there, but great effort. There's a goal on it, Barry. It's not over yet.
We are in the 34 minutes gone in the second half. At the discretion now of the referee, and on to the Derry side is coming Cassie Loughran from Lisson, and into the
Danielle Kivlahan's away off there.
Danielle Kivlahan, she comes off. It's a goal or nothing for
Danielle.
Derry, but I'd say they will be pleased at the performance they put in today regardless.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they've held Leitrim. I don't think Leitrim would have expected this result at the start of the game. So Derry also had their chances, Barry. So and just a pity there that ball dropped in front of the keeper, and the second one just dropped over the bar. So
Leitrim
yeah,
now playing keep ball. It's Eva Moyles.
I think the difference today was probably Michelle Guckian. And I think young Cora Fox when she come on, or Leah Fox when she come on has made the difference. So
very prominent.
yeah, and played a really smart full-back line game as well.
But whenever it takes a player to step up, basically you have, Michelle Guckian is the player, and she did in the second half for Leitrim, and perhaps that was the difference at the end of the day. A great start to the second half for Derry, but Leitrim, they did rally. As they say, coming up now to 35 minutes on the clock. Up to the referee.
I think he'll blow it up at any stage now. I don't think there was very little injury time, and it's normally only a minute, isn't it, for the water break and stuff.
But still, we play on. Play in the middle of the field. There is Michelle Guckian. She has dropped back now into the centre of the field to sort of shore things up, which she has. I think she's hurt her finger there, her hand. But Leitrim in possession, very assured. Derry in dire need of getting this ball, but you can see that
Derry haven't given up here yet though, Barry. They're still pressing away.
Carla Le Guin bursting through with the right foot, and she has put the ball over the bar.
Score.
And
that's a fabulous score. That's the score of the game.
She looks so assured there. Yeah. But that was a beautiful point off the top of the crossbar, and that's the insurance point for Leitrim, and that should be that, Martina.
There's a bit of rain now just to get the referee wet.
We're getting another substitute here, so we're playing on. But as I say, Carla Le Guin there, you could just see the skill, you could just see that little bit extra when she burst through, and you knew she knew exactly what she was going to do with that ball.
That's young Annie Kilpatrick and Orla O'Kane coming on there.
For Derry.
That's Orla's mommy Joanne got us a wee cup of tea at half time, so we're delighted about that. That's Kieran McGurk coming off. So it's great to see the young minors getting on for Derry. It's great for them to get their senior debuts and stuff. I think some of them had their debut today, so yeah, no, it's great to see.
We may not get much gameplay here, but referee still plays on. We did have a few stoppages. Couple of hold-ups for a few minutes, so that's why we're still now on 36 minutes. Referee now giving a free to Derry. That was a foul on Cassie Loughran. Derry, they're not giving up, they're battling away here.
At all, no.
Fight for possession there.
That's well played.
Orla McCluskey. Oh, that was Laura O'Dowd with the high challenge. The referee has called her over.
I think Laura thought she was having a wrestling match there.
Be interesting to see what the referee does here.
Yeah,
it's a very high challenge. It was very,
I think she needs to stay where she is. Yeah, it's great to see that the Derry team are still battling away in the 35th, 36th minute.
And particularly after the defeat to Antrim last week, and what has gone on. There's another yellow card.
Yeah.
So down to 13. So Derry battling away here.
Yeah, they frustrated Leitrim today. Despite the score, they've definitely frustrated them, and they're still looking for another score here, Barry.
Battling away. Orla O'Kane. Orla now plays it back there to Aoibhinn Mullen. Referee's looking at his watch. It's out now to Kate Gribbin from Ballymacguigan.
Kate's a great young talent.
Referee didn't like the look of that.
He didn't like that at all.
She seemed to go high in on the challenge there, and he has given the free now to Leitrim, and they should kill the game off now at this stage. And she's going into the book. But it hasn't been a game like that. It's been played in a very good spirit.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been a very clean game. Very clean game, despite the conditions, Barry, because it could have made it a whole lot different. So no, fair play to both teams now today. They've played a very solid match. And actually a great match
And there's
to
a
watch.
yellow card there.
Yeah. And young Kate's just on the pitch too.
So off she goes.
Both sets of players will sleep the night, Barry.
They definitely will. And
a wee hot water bottle and a wee cup of tea now. And
cup of tea. I mean, but you have to pay tribute to players for going out in conditions
Absolutely.
like that there. Michelle Guckian again for Leitrim, bursting through. Three around her. She's showing her class.
Showing her experience. She's orchestrating everything out there.
Dying and dying. Embers of the game. Derry now trying to. It's going to be another free in.
I think Derry are missing a bit of that. Somebody who can orchestrate the play from back to forward line. But she seems to do it very well for.
Trying to work out where the referee has got all the time to add on this
evening. Does his battery run out of his watch?
Well, this could be the last kick of the game.
Yeah, maybe he didn't put the watch on at half time.
Michelle Guckian. Michelle looking for her third point from an acute angle to the left of the goal posts. This would just she hits the ball and
that's
it's over the bar. So that's another point for
that's
Michelle.
The game over.
1-6. And that is indeed the final whistle here in Derry, and the Oakleaf County have gone down 4 points to Leitrim's 1 goal and 6, but a very battling performance by Derry. They've had their trials and tribulations throughout the week, but I'd say they'd be very happy and pleased, the Derry management side, after watching that today. Yeah,
I think so, Barry. I think they'll be more content with today's game than they had against Antrim last week. And Leitrim, who had such a high-scoring game against Fermanagh, I mean, they definitely contained them very well today, and I think at half-time it could have gone either way. I think Leitrim just showed a bit more of their experience in the second half, and I think Michelle Guckian obviously was the difference in both sides. And but I think it augurs well for Derry and its young developing team. But yeah, well done to Leitrim. They had a couple of great scores there today.
Yeah, and they lost the goal. That was unfortunate, Derry, at the end of the first half. But they came back in the second half. They put a point between them. But maybe it was a bit of experience or fitness. And then, of course, Michelle Guckian leading the line for Leitrim, eventually getting them 1-6 to 4 points. But they were deserving winners, Leitrim. But Derry, well played today.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great game.
Well, listen, Martina, thank you very much for all your help and assistance today. I've enjoyed your company. I've enjoyed your crack. And from Derry, it's final whistle gone, and it's a victory here for Leitrim, their second victory of the campaign, as they see off a brave challenge by Derry. The final score at Celtic Park was Leitrim 1 goal and 6 to Derry's 4 points. Thanks for watching.